What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure. We're going back to the self-titled album, 1995, and we're up to the single word titled Grace. Admittedly, there's a number of things you can say. It's a word used in a handful of contexts. One is elegance or finesse of movement, poise even. Grace could also be seen as, a condition of being in the favor of someone or something, whether that's a more divine interpretation or a more secular one. Grace could also be, a period given to someone, allowing them to take care of whatever has to be taken care of, even though they may have surpassed or exceeded the normal timeline for such an action. I feel like there's probably another major usage that I'm failing to consider in the moment. But yeah, the point is, I feel like it can go a number of different directions, like even just within one of those concepts. Sometimes songs do make reference to multiple usages of a word, whether in a cheeky way or playing off the idea that, this can mean this to one person or in one context, but it can mean something very different elsewhere. Not quite sure to make of it. I do have to note that this album has had a very expansive, atmospheric, and experimental feel to it. People mention that going in, but as always, going through it and experiencing what that means is always, it lends substance to the words in question. So yeah, it's been a real experience hearing this quite experimental Erasure album. People mention that it didn't do as well, and that perhaps as a result of that they swung back very commercial with the next one, which I think is Cowboy. But either way, I think this is a really special album, and I'm not even done going through it, so let's continue. This is Erasure, the track is Grace, and it's from the 1995 self-titled album. Love the down-tempo feel. Smooth, graceful, soothing. With a little electronic ballistic. Feels a little different than the rhythm of everything else, but that makes it stand out a little bit. Like a butterfly, perhaps.
Looking in the papers makes me sorry to be human. A little ray of hope won't hurt at all. The price on every head, and it's cheaper when you're dead. The quality of life may have to fall. Muffled voices, word in action, stir the peaceful need for longing. Cannot describe inside my heart.
There is that high tapping melody.
I despair to live my life in accordance with grace.
Live my life in accordance with grace. Be a decent person.
Guess it's human nature to be cruel and to be heartless. So no excuse to shoot him when he's down.
It's hard to reach a different conclusion, but perhaps we can say human nature is the very ascendant note. Perhaps walking up toward a better type of humanity, a better way to be with grace. But still, my wish for another minute or two notwithstanding, that was a really cool tune. Again, it feels sort of like People Are Good by Depeche Mode, which, I just reacted to, and maybe one or two others I've gone through recently, which are like, man, we humans really suck sometimes, don't we? Which, it feels like it doesn't matter what year that's released. You can release that any year, and it's like, you look at the papers sometimes, it's like, why? Like, it's just cruelty, like, it's just sadism. Like, some of the stories you read, it's like there's not even a rationale. They're like, why? So I feel that sometimes. But again, as a historian, I would say human nature, if it shows anything, it's that we're plastic, we're flexible, we can exist in so many different contexts and configurations, around the world throughout history. So the idea that we're shackled forever by one particular configuration of our human nature, or one particular dimension or aspect of our human nature, I feel like that's, perhaps, if not naive, which feels like maybe too harsh, but it's, I think that's suspect. And I think, again, human history and anthropology, which, I got my undergraduate degree, I got a minor in anthropology. My graduate degree is in history, but it's the same thing in anthropology. It's, like whether you're talking physical anthropology or cultural or linguistic, it's like the degree to which people exist in discrete, homogeneous categories is belied by the ambiguity and heterogeneity of the data. So the idea that we humans all have to exist in one way, and it includes like regular misanthropy and cruelty to others, seems suspect. I feel like they're, as difficult as they may be, there may be other paths available. So it's interesting in like conversations about human nature, or like references to human nature. I'm always keen to make it a plural. So, but yeah, again, it's very easy to feel the way of the sentiment of the track, where you just see things out in the world, and it's like, why? Like, I don't even know why anyone would do that. Like, it's just crazy. So I sympathize with the tune, but I also think that maybe there's different avenues, some more hopeful than other, in terms of what we humans can be and are. In any case, I'll stop pontificating on my like plastic soapbox, and we'll go on to the next Erasure tune. I'm not sure what the next one will be. I do enjoy jumping around a little bit because there's so much to go through still, and so much to finish off. But yeah, bottom line, I am enjoying this album a great deal, and it is interesting for me to think about the way it's going to be vastly different from the album that comes after it, at least given what people have said. So do let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.